Yeah, good evening, fellow gamers. It is I once again, Sire the Freaking Risen with a video. As you can see from the thumbnail, it is about the Alphabet's classified gear set. Uh, I'm just gonna be honest. It's worth having it if you don't have it because it's something fun to play with and it's a change up from the basic, which is the Nomad and the Predator's Mark and the Striker build. It's something different since nobody's really running Hexo builds anymore. I mean, not the ones that's trying to stay alive. But that's besides the point. Alpha Bridge, as you know, you pretty much already know what the set does. But I'll tell you as I go along. But let's get into the build. As you can see, I'm running overdose. Basically, if you're at low health or you're just getting hit, period, you pop this. It's gonna give you. It should fill your health all the way up and then give you that little green line at the top, which is basically an overshield for those who don't know about that. And then I'm running the immunizer. Basically, as you can see, drops a recovery station that removes status effects and makes allies immune while in the affected area. Basically, this the only thing you can really do for your team. Your heals are going to be garbage because you're not spec'd into electronics, and basically this is a solo build, so and not a very good one at that. As you can see, I'm also running the recovery link, but this doesn't matter because you can't use this with the Alpha Bridge 6 piece. So yeah. Besides that, let's get into the talents. These are a little jumbled up. I don't know why they're like this, but basically, I'll just tell you: adrenaline. Medkit gives 7 seconds immunity from status effects. I don't really use that one, but actually I do. It depends on what I'm doing and where I'm at. But yeah, that's besides the point. And then I'm also running this one, critical save. Use a med kit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds, of course, because you're going to be getting smacked on by, once they figure out what build you're running, you're going to be getting hit by Striker, Predator, Smart, which is the predominant ones in Nomad. And they're going to try to burn you down as quick as possible. So this one comes in handy, which is Strike Back. Reach low health to reduce active skill cooldown by 20%. You're going to need that, especially if you don't have good electronics, because your cooldown is going to take a lot longer to come back, and that's what you need to get your overdose back. And then this other talent, I'm not even going to say because I don't really use it, but this is the one I do use. It's called Precision. Headshot at hostiles are posting for 10 seconds. Basically, it's more damage. And then also use this one. It's called On the Move. Kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage by 15%. For 10 seconds, you're going to need that, especially in this meta. But that's besides the point. Let's get into the build. Sorry about that. As you can see, I'm running the house. Everybody knows the last perk is a card counter, and with the Nomad six piece as well as the regular, with the Alpha Bridge 6 piece as well as the regular Alpha Bridge 6 piece, you used to be able to run all 6 talents, meaning as long as the guns were of the same archetype, you would be able to run all 6 talents. You can no longer do that. The exotic ones are not supposed to work with this build. You're supposed to, I guess, golds, but somehow it's showing. But responsive, as you can see, I'm running responsive, and as you know what responsive is, damage is increased by 10% when closer than 10 meters to the target, which you're running an SMG anyway, so you're gonna be closer than 10 meters to the target. It's not a long range like you might see in my videos. And then accurate, don't really need it on the SMG, would do better on the AR, but this is not a perfect world, so that's the talent I'm stuck with. And then of course card counter, one half of the magazine does 20% increased damage. The half which deals increased damage flips after 15 seconds or when the magazine is empty. So basically that's like up in the air talent, but it's good. And a competent weapon damage is increased by 10% for 15 seconds after using a skill. You're going to use overdose. You're also going to blow up your immunizer when you're at low health and they're basically pelting you with bullets. So yeah, that's going to come in handy. Wish I had a depth too. But as you can see on my secondary, which is the MP5ST, I got fierce. Critical hit chances increased by 5%. Wish I had a depth on it because I am going to be using skills a lot. But this is what, raw damage is 5%. How can you get around that? And then deadly is another raw damage. It's just you don't need to pop nothing or do anything to get this. It's just raw damage. Critical hit damage increased by 15%. And then of course competent, which I can't use that. It's two competence, but whatever. So yeah, them are my weapons, and as you can see, my Alpha Bridge, I got max health on here. Well, Yeah, I think I got max health. I got max stamina on this one. I'm rolled health on kill, which I wish I could roll something different, but that's what I'm stuck with. And that is the chest piece. As you can see with the mask. Oh, my gear is not optimized, but my stamina, as you can see, I roll stamina on the mask too. Major attributes is critical hit chance 4%, which is max. Minor attributes burn resistant. You're gonna need that because there's a lot of flamethrowers right now, just due to the fact that they brought Reclaimer 6 piece out. So yeah, the knee pads, as you can see, I have health on it. I don't think that's the max roll, but that's what I got right now. It's roll for firearms. Mine attributes disrupt resistance is 31%. Increased kill XP. Wish I could knock that off, but I'm not sure if I rolled anything on this yet. And as you can see, 30% shock resistance, because everything, especially if you're running PvP, everybody's going to be running shock turrets in skirmish. So yeah, you're going to need that. And on the backpack, as you can see, critical hit damage 8%. That's a major attributes. Minor attributes 50% bleed resistance. I don't know if that's the max. I have to check, but as you can see, it's roll for firearms. I think I roll for firearms. I don't think it came like that. So yeah, there's a few things I need to change up about this build. I'm just not sure if I want to continue with it, but I'm sure I will. And then as you can see, I got 1400 firearms. Major attributes SMG 12%. That's the base damage you can get on that. Not base damage, but that's the highest you can get. And then also I got critical hit chance 6%. I think it goes up to 7. I'm unsure. And then you got 16% critical hit damage. Wish it was 19, but I think as far as on the gloves, that's probably the highest you can get. That or 17. I'm not sure, but once I min max the gear, I'll hit a lot harder, but it's still one of those builds that, I mean, there's better ones out there. And as you can see, uh, on my holster, I got firearms. I roll firearms. The stats are like basically whatever all the way across, but basically I'm rolling for firearms. The major attributes is critical hit chance. There's nothing too impressive about the build. I mean, it's a work in progress. But like I said, I'm not sure if I want to continue. Let's go into the character. As you can see, firearms 7,517, stamina 5,293, electronics in the 3,000s. That's gonna go down when I roll it more towards firearms or more towards stamina, whatever. I think I need more survivability. Weapon damage 24. As you can see, critical hit chance 50%, critical hit damage 95%. Headshot damage 56%, accuracy 25. It don't matter. Stability, range, reload, whatever. All weapon damage 15%, and of course, the max you can get on SMG damage, the extra bonus damage to elites. I thought I had more. Health on kill 5%, enemy armor damage none, threat, blah blah, whatever. Skill power, as you can see, skill haste is so low, but it's because I need to switch a few mods around and maybe get a few pieces and re-roll them. But everything else, as you can see, is basically basic. The build in better hands will probably hit a lot harder. You're still, no matter what, you're gonna struggle with this build, if simply for the fact that it's just underwhelming. In this meta right now, Alpha Bridge, yeah, it's not in the best place. And I'll tell you the talent on it, on Alpha Bridge. This one makes it health regen 100%. That's set bonus when you have two. Three, when you have three set bonus, you have weapon damage by 5%, plus 5%. When you got the 4 piece, this is the talent of Alpha Bridge. If your primary and secondary weapon is of the same category, they share the free talent. All talents requirements are ignored for all weapon talents. So basically, you don't have to spec into nothing. You can have twos all the way across, which you can't do that. But if you had twos all the way across, you would still, all your perks would be open. So yeah. And then as you can see, for the fifth set bonus, you got 25% more health regen. You got 10% weapon damage on top of that. And then the 6 piece, basically inactive personal versions of all signature skills are rotating every 6 seconds and can be activated by killing an enemy player, a veteran / elite NPC. Signature skills that is up on rotation when an enemy is killed is activated for 10 seconds when all primary stats are balanced between each another. We can get into the jargon all day, but when it comes down to it, it's like this. when if everything across the board, so like where firearm, stamina, electronics, like that was all fours, uh, that means my whatever skill is activated at that time in the rotation, I'll get 10 seconds of that. Any if it's any type of imbalance, I'm not gonna get the full 10 seconds. I don't know exactly how many seconds I'll get, but I'm not gonna get the full 10 seconds. And as you can see, hold on, see the little thing at the bottom? It's on recovery link, then it's gonna go to the tactical link, and then it's gonna go to the survivor link. Whatever one of those is up at the time you get the kill, you'll get that. And then if you wait and don't kill him right away, you can kind of like time it out, melee him, kill him, and then may be able to land on the tackling or whatever you need at the time. It just depends on how you play and if you're able to outdo some of these skill builds and all these other builds. But basically, like I said, my name is Sire the Risen. This build is not optimized, and it's probably not a build that you really want to run solo with. It is a fun build, so yeah, I would go for it. But if you don't got it by now, I wouldn't rush to pick it up. And like I said, my name is Sire the Risen. This is Alpha Bridge Classified. Like I said, it's not that good. Hopefully you liked the video. Sorry if I stuttered. I'm tired. I'm feeling sick, and yeah, and Alpha Bridge just was pretty much a waste of time. And on that note, I will let you go. Catch you on the dark side. Lades.